Welcome to Free Your Mind, an experiential daily practice designed to dissolve past programming and expand your awareness of your true self beyond the matrix illusion of fear, lack, and separation. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, close your eyes and let go of all memory and anticipation. Bring your full awareness to the now, this holy instant. The purpose of this practice is to enable you to bring unconditional and unwavering peace with you into any and every circumstance, and to heal distress and turmoil. This is not done through avoidance or seeking a haven of isolation for yourself. You are here to discover that peace is an intrinsic part of you and requires only that you be there in full consciousness to embrace any situation in which you are. And as you practice, you will learn that there is no limit to where you are, so that your peace is everywhere as you are. Now take one more deep, slow, full breath in. And as you exhale, allow your body and your mind to relax. And let's begin. My salvation comes from me. With your eyes remaining closed, repeat this idea slowly to yourself and feel into its meaning. My salvation, my happiness, my freedom, my fulfillment comes from me. Feel into the frequency of this awareness. My freedom from all ego dream matrix illusions. My enlightenment, my awareness of unconditional love, safety, and peace all come from me, from my choice to forgive and let all illusions go and simply be as God created me. Take a few moments with this now. This is simply another way of saying that my happiness comes from me. It is my responsibility and no one else's. All of the temptation that we encounter in the dream matrix is nothing more than some form of the basic temptation not to believe the idea that you are responsible for the way that you experience life. All temptation, in other words, is a temptation to enter into victim consciousness, a state of being victimized by external circumstances, people, and situations, in a way that implies that you cannot but feel this internal psychological and emotional suffering at the hand of something that is entirely outside of your control. in this consciousness, freedom seems to come from anywhere except from you. And so too does the source of guilt and shame seem to be outside of you. While you hold yourself within this consciousness of the dream character, of that separate self, you see neither guilt nor salvation as in your own mind and nowhere else. It appears as if guilt and freedom from guilt have their source outside of you. Guilt seems to have its source in God, other people, or moral codes that frown upon you for your misdeeds. And salvation and liberation from all of this suffering seems to have its source in other people, in possessions, and in various situations and events that promise to make you happy. Consider all of this. Can it be true? Is this simply the way life is? Or is all of this only the activity of mental projection and does not represent the factual reality that all feelings and thoughts, all of your internal world, has its origin within your consciousness? When you have realized that all guilt is solely an invention of your mind, you will also realize that guilt and salvation, that guilt and the freedom from guilt must be together in the same place. And it is in this understanding that you are saved from the error in thinking that the cause of all internal suffering is outside of you. Accepting today's idea means that nothing outside yourself can save you, and nothing outside yourself can give you peace. But it also means that nothing outside yourself can hurt you, or disturb your peace, or upset you in any way. Today's idea places you in charge of the universe, where you belong because of who you are. It is not your ego that is in charge of the universe. It is not the dream character self that is in charge of the universe. It is you as God created you. Through the capacity that you have within you, you can perceive all things through the eyes of love or through the eyes of fear. This is a choice that is irrevocably yours in every moment. And this is why your salvation comes only from you. It may not be clear, however, why the recognition that guilt is in your own mind entails the realization that salvation and freedom must be there also. The infinite Creator would not have put the remedy for sickness where it cannot help. The belief that you are something that you are not, and a life based on that belief, is a form of sickness. It is a mental distortion that causes great suffering. Even in this dream, love wants us to be healed, and we do not really want to be sick because it makes us unhappy. Therefore, in accepting the idea for today, we are in agreement with the source of love. In this, then, your will and God's are really the same. God wants you to experience what God created for you and as you, the unlimited, timeless, eternal, and forever free self. You want this also. So let's practice. Begin now by repeating the idea for today, slowly to yourself. My salvation comes from me. Repeat it slowly now and feel into the meaning of what you are saying. And now add a statement that signifies your recognition that salvation comes from nothing outside of you. You might put it simply in this way: my salvation comes from me. It cannot come from anywhere else. Do this on your own now. And now, with your eyes remaining closed, begin to review some of the external places where you have looked for happiness and freedom in the past. In other people, in possessions, in various situations and events, and in self-concepts which you sought to make real. Do this now. As you review all of these various external sources of potential happiness and freedom, recognize that it was not there. As you behold all of these idols, which seem to promise you salvation from your suffering, tell yourself, my salvation cannot come from any of these things. My salvation comes from me, and only from me. Do this now. And now we'll try again to reach the light in you. The light in you, which is where your salvation truly is. Your freedom from all illusion is within the recognition of who and what you are in truth. You cannot find it in the dark clouds that surround the light. And it is in them you have been looking for your freedom and happiness. It is not there. It is past the clouds and in the light beyond. The clouds represent the thoughts and voices, concepts, ideas, and beliefs of this world. The clouds are that which churn at the surface of your mind, giving rise to the sense of personality, personal interests, fears, doubts, limitations, and ultimately the sense of separation, the separate self, apart and alone in all the world. This is what the clouds represent. Our goal today is to go past the clouds, beyond them, and reach to the essence beyond all appearances. Remember also that you have never found anything in the cloud patterns that you imagined that has endured or that you truly wanted. None of it has brought you lasting happiness or freedom from illusions. And since all illusions of salvation have failed you, surely you do not want to remain in the clouds, looking vainly for idols there, when you could so easily walk into the light of real salvation and true freedom. So prepare yourself now to try to pass the clouds by whatever means appeals to you. You can draw on all of the past lessons we have covered. You can allow yourself to sink down and in below the surface of the mind, becoming more and more aware of the depth, reaching to the source of awareness, the light that lights up all things of this world. This is not the light of the sun. It is the light of your consciousness, by which you are conscious of all things. And if it helps you, think of the presence of God holding your hand and leading you. And I assure you, this will be no idle fantasy. So take the next 3 minutes to go past the clouds and into the light of your true self, and abide there. Do this now. As you approach the completion of this practice period, take a deep, slow, and full breath in. Breathe all the way to the top and hold it as you hold the intention to integrate this practice into your thought system. And as you exhale now, relax and release. And remember to take this idea with you into the rest of your day. And in the short and frequent practice periods today, remind yourself often that your salvation, your freedom, your happiness, your fulfillment comes from you. And nothing but your own thoughts can hamper your progress in any way. You are free from all external interference. All external interference is simply a bid for your attention, and you don't have to log in. You are in charge of your attention. You are in charge of your salvation. You are in charge of what you give your belief, attention, and endorsement to. And you are also in charge of the salvation of the world, because by embracing your own freedom, you can gift it to the world that longs for it. And so remind yourself often today then, as you say, my salvation comes from me. Nothing outside of me can hold me back. Within me is the world's salvation and my own. If you enjoyed and benefited from this practice, please share your experience in the comment section. Like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to continue the journey. May you be at peace and know your true self.